And now let's head to Kisumu, where the death toll from last evening road crash at Mamboleo, Kisumu, has now reached 25 people. Reports show that the victims are mainly from one family who were traveling in the bus. Our reporter Mamboleo has been following this story and now joins us live. Bwire, we understand that those who perished in this accident are members of one family. What have you gathered so far, Bwire?
Well, Dennis, it is indeed a sad Saturday here at this facility. It is a level 6 facility, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital, commonly known as Russia. Inside here, the number of those who died in that crash have risen from 21, that was yesterday, up to 26 people, mainly men, women, and 2 children. Yesterday, we were talking about 10 men, 10 women, and 1 child who had died there. But today, another 5 have died, rising the number to 26. But I have to tell you that it is indeed a sad situation here. This family comes from one place, specifically Koguta Ward in Nyakach. That is an area approximately 20 kilometers from where we are speaking to you. We've seen several leaders who have been streaming in, starting from the PS Medical Services. That is Ouma Oluga, who has been here, and they have promised to the families that the cost being incurred by these victims, I'm talking about the medical bills here, the mortuary bills, and of course the burial bills, will be footed in combination by Kisumu County Government and the national government. They've also added facilities. They have been mobilizing facilities just to ensure that the remaining 26 people who are still in critical condition in these facilities are operated on by midnight today. Of course, they are also set up a counseling facility, a counseling center just across here, where the survivors and the relatives of those who died and those who are still recuperating in these particular facilities are worked on. It is really a sad situation. It is a sad situation here, and of course we're talking about we're talking about the governor, who has also been in this particular facility, and he has called upon the national government just to work on that particular junction. This junction has been notorious. Last year, it claimed 3 students of Chavakali High School who died in that road accident at that particular facility. But Aseto, I have to tell you that that area, the Koguta area where this family comes from, is not new to such road accidents. Again, last year, 8 people from that particular area perished in a road accident at Kendube when they were heading for a funeral. They were also in a school bus, and they were going to attend a funeral when that school bus rolled and they died on spot. 8 people. Today we're talking about 26 people from one family, one clan. They had left Nyakach to Nyahera here just to attend a funeral service of one of their kinsmen. On their way back, 5 p.m., that accident happened here. The survivors who we were speaking to earlier, they said that when that vehicle at the Coptic roundabout, that is about a kilometer from here, that is Mamboleo Junction, as they were coming in, the vehicle hit a bump, and when the driver tried to apply on the brakes, it failed, and that is why it rolled into a ditch, resulting into that death. So of course, Dennis, we are here just trying to see the situation, talk to those patients, talk to the the nurses in charge here, just to find what is the state. And of course, in our subsequent bulletin later on, we'll be filing a more comprehensive report. From here, Aseto, back to the studios.
Bwire, before I let you go, perhaps to just follow up on that developing story, the 26 are from one family, and as we speak at the moment, I've seen a lot of movement happening there. I can see emergency vehicles and families just standing there. But as we speak in terms of psychosocial support that has been set up, is there any movement with the same, and what are the family members saying, if you manage to speak with any, Bwire?
Of course, I spoke with some of the victims and some of the relatives of these victims, and they're saying when they came in here, of the county government and the Red Cross had already set up a counseling center. When you walk in, you will see them at the gate of this particular facility, just trying to talk to these people, talking to them, just preparing them for what they might experience here. The situation in the hospitals, in the wards, is totally devastating. And when you live there, you become a totally changed person. That accident claimed the lives of those people in the most grisly way. You go and view the bodies, you go and view those people who are still in those beds, surviving and fighting for their lives. You come out, you are totally a different person. So the psychosocial support that they needed most, first was that counseling. And of course, I've also mentioned earlier that the county government and the national government is footing the bills of these patients. Those who are still recuperating, those who have died, they are footing the mortuary bills. And of course, they have promised to foot the burial expenses of these particular people. The leaders are still coming in. The relatives, as you can see them, they are walking aimlessly here. Some of them, they even don't know where to start. 26 people, one family, indeed a sad state, Aseto.
Yes, indeed, Buire. Thank you for that follow-up. And 26 people from one family is a tragedy no one ever expects to happen. We wish the families, those who are injured, quick recovery, and our prayers and thoughts to those who've lost their lives now.